Hey,
What's
Hey,
up?
what's up?
What's up? What's up?
ain't nothing shaking but the leaves on the tree.
Well,
All right.
that's probably what's all is shaking.
God talking. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
hmm So, it's been a long day. I love getting on the porch talking to y'all so I can just let out some steam. I'm gonna say steam because it's been a long day and I still got more work to do later on today. But isn't that life? Isn't that
Yes,
life?
it is.
Absolutely.
Ups and
Absolutely.
downs,
Ups and downs,
ebbs and flows.
never ending. So when we talk about ups and downs in life, that's why I wanted to talk about this topic because um we've all, have our husbands or, a significant others or whoever. Um and we know that it is never a cakewalk. You know what I mean? Never a cakewalk. But I actually saw this because Sissy Celeste, had it in our little chat and I was like, this is something to talk about. I think that we live in a world where we don't have too much tolerance anymore for a lot of things. So the question of the night is, or the day, or wherever you're at. I don't even know how to position it because it's not really positioned like a question.
Yeah.
If your man, okay, does something that you would consider a oops, would you keep him? And oops can be a lot of things, y'all. Oops can be a lot of different things. But
Well,
something
it depends. It depends on if it's a habit, a particular habit, and it keeps continuously going on, which, well, that's saying the same thing. That is a habit.
Not a oops.
And it's something that's bothersome. You've talked about it and it keeps going on. So, yeah, that's a problem.
Okay, so let's dig a little deeper because that I want people to have examples.
Well,
So
because if something keeps happening, that's not an oops.
no, that's just a some
me,
kind of an addict or some kind of troubled person. You know what I mean?
To me, an oops is a big catalytic event happening one time. And now you got to decide this one time, am I staying or am I going? Now to me, that's the oops.
That's a oops. Maybe I didn't get it out clear enough. Okay, so you know what a oops is, Keisha. Okay,
Okay.
a oops is a bam, goddamn. That's what a oops is. Okay,
big catalytic event.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, what's catalytic to you and what's catalytic to me could be very different, but a big catalytic event that makes you decide, man or woman, do I stay with this person or I got to be out?
Okay, can I give y'all a scenario?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, so now this is why I think about continuously. Okay, maybe you are with a partner that take career breaks, meaning when he gets tired of working, that he decides he don't want to work anymore. But his lifestyle depends on him working, or both of y'all working, but he decides, I want to take expensive trips, I want to do this, but you are working and grinding to maintain the lifestyle that he wants, but he's taking career breaks. Meaning when I get mad, I leave my job.
That's not
and I find another thing. That could be for some people.
Yeah, like if you do that, like the movie A Family That Prays, the Tyler Perry movie, when I understood where he was coming from. You know what I mean? He wanted to start a business, but he didn't have any idea he was going to get fired. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, in that aspect, say you have somebody and they just get fired because they did something and they know that it would be detrimental to the household. You see what I'm saying? They said they cursed the boss out, or hell, they just told you they going to work and they went to the casino or something jacked up.
Using the same example from The Family That Prays. Let's use that example. Okay. He found out about the wife's money.
Mm-hmm.
He went into the count. Now she did have it in a joint account, so whatever. He went into the count And he took a significant amount of money to start his business
Mm-hmm.
without
That's a oops.
without discussing it with her first.
Yeah. Well, she already knows she got that from being on her back, so her ass should have been
But
quiet.
that's not the point. That's giving away the plot to the movie.
I'm just saying, you can't just do evil with evil. You know what I mean? But
You can't ask me about any of these things because that's why I'm single. Oops, I'm out.
Here, you ain't always been sick.
Yeah, and oops happened and I left. Oops.
You speak to.
okay, so trying to see for what you said, let's just look at what she did. I mean, what he did. Okay, that would be a big oops, and I'm out. And before I leave, put that money back. Okay, I'm gonna go get an attorney. It's gonna be all rolled up in the divorce decree.
But what I'm saying is, we haven't even gotten that far. So now the choice is, because someone did that.
Mm-hmm.
For you to say,
mm-hmm.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm out. Because right there, let's just not even look at where she was getting the money from. Even though I keep on thinking about it, where she got that money from, but I'm just gonna say he didn't know at that time, right? He didn't know where that money came from. He just thought it was their money. Well, I guess he thought it was their money because it was 2 accounts with a joint account. So I don't know. I think that's a trust issue right there. You break trust, you know what I mean? Because what would it took you to ask? You know what I mean? Because first I would have asked you where that money came from. And then I'll tell you, this is what I want to do. And I think if you already have that kind of established in your relationship, I think you could have used the money for whatever you wanted to use it for. Because most time we are pretty agreeable because we are ambitious women. But without talking to me,
too much to it. It's just
I'm just trying to be nice. God.
Well, you how nice are you? And you're like, nope, I'm out the door. I'm gone. You just
I was just trying to be nice because y'all was looking at me like I was the mean one, and
But you had just got finished saying, I need to be more forgiving. Then you're like, nope, I'm out the door. Took my money.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I would have been out the door because that was a lot of money, and then you already know how you got the money. So I'm just saying. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's so we vote on that. We would have been out the door. Most of us would have been out the door.
Well,
okay.
No, not for necessarily for me. Now I'm
okay,
truly
okay.
more, y'all know I'm truly a little bit more forgiving because, like I said, we're talking about this particular couple in this movie, right? He didn't know. But what happened if you did know that there was money there? It's in a joint account, and you go and you take it without discussing it with the other person. But we're not talking about the taking. We're talking about, are you going to leave that person because of that?
I'm just going to change the codes on the bank account so then you won't do it again. You know what I mean? Because then I'm going to tell you, why did you do that? Say, no, I think that if you know that the money is in there, don't you kind of stand the chance that the other person can, they're not your child. You see what I'm saying? They could go off and do what they want to do. You know what I mean?
I know when something is of that magnitude and you want to take a great amount of money, a discussion needs to be had. Either way, a discussion needs to be had. You just don't do that.
But not what we should do. The person has already done it. The question is, do you leave a good person for making this mistake?
I guess if that's all, well, that's a big thing though. It's gonna be some sleepless nights, I tell you.
When I look at something like
this, be some rumbling in the house.
Very impactful. Like, you took all the money and that money was the mortgage. So we already in some kind of dire straits, and it causes us to be looking for a home or something like that. I think that
when it is a domino effect and it's causing calamity everywhere, then yeah.
So, okay, so if it's causing calamity everywhere, you gonna turn around and add divorce on top of it?
I think
you're gonna have to have a little act right. You're gonna have to have a little apology. You're gonna have to have a little purpose. You're gonna have to have a little plan. plan, something that's working. We're just not gonna go. And then it depends on the person. I mean, if we take him, he couldn't make a plan. He couldn't run a business whether he got the money or not. That's the
No,
thing. You got to know the person. And somebody coming and you know that he's not good at planning like this, but he decided he's gonna make a money, but don't really have a plan in place, don't know how to execute a plan. It's gonna be a problem. Now, if somebody else that run a business, know how to do it and whatever, we still need to have that conversation. Yes, beforehand. A conversation still need to be had. I'm gonna be a little tight in the jaw, but at least I know that that person, what the outcome is going to be. When you talk about he couldn't talk. Remember, I was going to say something. Da, 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 da. It would have been better. Well,
Yes.
she didn't love him. If she was another person, it would have been better because she's the more business-minded person to run those things by her, let her help him figure it out and get him off the ground. If they were in a loving relationship where she cared about him, she did not.
Right.
If we go with that story, she did not. But but that aside, that issue, it depends on the person too.
Johnson,
You
did
know him.
you don't put a battery in her back. That's it. You did it.
Yeah.
She take this personal. But now let's be honest though, and add another thing to that. Say it's drugs or it's infidelity. There are some people where infidelity is an automatic deal breaker. You're done, it's out the door. We can't repair it or whatever. And being honest and open, I have been of the mindset infidelity is not a deal breaker for me.
It's not one for me either, but I ain't telling your ass to go do it, okay? Just
now, it's not permission.
If you're listening to this episode, I'm not telling you to go do it.
Yeah, it's not permission.
On the wrong day of the calendar.
Right, it's not a deal breaker for me. The deal breaker for me is violence. Can't come back.
Oh yeah, no, if and but about it.
What's that? What's the deal breaker?
Violence.
Oh,
okay. So let me share this with you, ladies. When it happened to me, the infidelity, it happened, I found out 17 years after it happened. So I was already married. We cheated when we first got married the first year, and I didn't find out till year 17. Right? Okay. And in my mind, this whole, maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe the whole 12 years, I was in the mindset, yo, I'm out. I don't need you, blah, 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 blah. But now after 17 years, 18 years of all of these things and this wonderful house and this boat and this caravan and the kids are in school and all of these bills, you look at things a little differently.
Yeah.
But I made the decision to forgive, and it lasted 4 months. Because every time I looked at him, I wanted to punch him in his face, and I felt like I couldn't trust him, and I couldn't get past the fact that you lied for 17 years. So now I'm treating you like dog crap. So really, it's not appropriate. I'm really just taking advantage of you at this point. So now I had to say, okay, I'm not even mad about the infidelity. I'm mad because you lied and you had me looking stupid for 17 years because everybody know about it but me, and now I don't trust you. I'm sleeping with one eye like this. Because I'm not sure what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So that's a problem.
Okay, so then therefore, it was a deal breaker for you. But you feel like had it happened on the other side of 17,
I'd have left.
You still would have left.
I would have left this 17. I would have left year 1. That's why he didn't tell me. But year 15, I thought about trying to work it out because it happened so long ago. And I thought, but I guess my point is that sometimes it's not the act. It's the now I don't trust you. And can you really have a relationship with now I don't trust you? I don't trust you not to take my money out of my bank account. Nope, I don't trust you not to hit me again.
Well, I know a lot of people make concessions then. That's when, okay, you say, out of my bank account, you put your money in another bank account. You put what you want in the joint bank account. You put the, what you want in yours.
Don't you feel like that's
And
making preparation?
and a lot of people like, okay, but you know, he got really good insurance, so I'm gonna stay because that insurance is good. We getting older.
Yeah.
we're going to the doctor more.
Well,
Uh-uh.
because
I mean, it's a lot, you know, like that. I don't know people.
I guess
It-
what y'all saying is y'all better think before you go run out that door and say you're not gonna do something, because you know what I mean, is the long-term effects gonna be more impactful to you or to him? You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I'm just saying, because you got to think logically. You know what I mean? I think that what you said, Celeste, because you know I had it, you know, my ex-husband Celeste know that really well, because me and her was rolling together. You know what I mean? So when I look, yeah, really, you know what I mean? Me and him is cool. We cool as I was gonna say sand. The sand is not cool. That's not good. But we cool. You know, but when I think about his transgressions, I forgave him a lot of times, but I was making preparations. I'm telling you, because really I didn't forgive him.
you didn't forgive. Yeah.
I
Because
didn't forgive him. Nope,
So
I didn't.
and I think that that's really what we're talking about, right? So even if we did it temporarily, you know, so like you said, in your situation, months went by and it still was sitting in your spirit. You still had not, but you know, that's why they always tell us to go seek some help, right? Seek some
Mhm.
so we can work
Get
through
you
it.
a man.
Because we got to work through it. But the thing is, now you became distrustful in everything. It just wasn't siloed to just that event. You made it about everything. And so the question originally was a good man. Do you leave a good partner?
Well, they were look when I think about it, because I know Celeste, my ex-husband, what I could see, he was a good man, a really good man. But you know what? Like I ain't even gonna say mine. So you know, maybe people would consider him a really good man too. But I'm just saying,
You a liar. I got your back between everything. I'm telling you right now, somebody come to this door. We both fighting. We going down together. And I can't trust you, the one when I get in the bed with this mate or whoever I'm with, I'm at my most vulnerable state. I'm sleeping, mouth open. If you took pictures, somebody would buy the pictures. That's how bad I look. I'm talking about I'm so vulnerable. And for me not to be able to trust you anymore, trust you with my bank account, trust you with I don't trust you at all now, because I don't trust you
that's
to
what
be.
the oops is doing. It's breaking trust.
And then being man enough to say, oops, I made a mistake. My penis dropped into somebody by accident, and I couldn't control myself, but I did it, and I'm gonna take the consequences. No, you hide it. No.
Yeah, come forward and tell the truth. Come forward and tell the truth. And I think that I'm gonna go back to money, y'all, because I don't know, but I don't know. Money just sticks in my head. You know what I mean? Because I just know that could be a betrayal too. You see what I'm saying? Like if you pretend like you're going to a job and you don't have no job, you see what I'm saying? And
That's a career break, Kim.
ain't no
that is. But that's what you
A
was talking
career
about.
break. Yes.
That's called marriage break. Divorce.
That's a career break. He decided he don't want to work. Kim, what is
Oh, that's the worst
person?
person in the world. I'm telling y'all, that is the worst person in the world to try to hand feed a bum, because that's what a bum is going to be doing. Hand feeding the damn bum. If you want to sit up there and talk about you got a break, you better
get up,
damn job.
If I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, darn it, everybody in the house going to have
Everybody better get up.
Not
You
get up
better
at
not be
4,
laying
but
in your
you
bed.
might get yourself up. We not playing those games.
Rubbing your feet together and talk about pull the cover. What?
But Kim, don't hate on the career break.
Get up. Get up when I get up and go sit on the porch till I get back. But you cannot
I'll
here.
right around the block till I leave. Because do something.
A career break is when they lay you off.
I know. I decided I'm gonna lay everybody out. I'm gonna lay everybody out when I go to work, so I can be at home, and then I'm gonna sit and think about what the next job I want to do.
Because guess what? If I can't take a career,
I might take 6 months, but I want you to continue on, because I still want to travel. I still want to go out to eat. I still want to do all the high things that I was doing now.
I don't want my lifestyle jeopardized in any way whatsoever. And if you over there pretending like you an actor by day and by night you have nothing, you gotta go. You gotta go. Cause think about it. Can you just survive on your own? We can all survive on our own. I don't got no time for that trickery. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's a
Absolutely.
real deal breaker for me. I'm telling you, because I already know I had that in my life, and let me tell you, it is not fun. It is not fun. I like to go out to eat. I like to wear the things I like to wear. And if you're disturbing that, and you still want to maintain your life, you can't maintain your life off of mine. Every day I'm gonna be mad. What's wrong with you today? I'm just effing mad. That's what I'm gonna just say. Do you say hello to me? I'm gonna say I'm effing mad. Just don't talk to me. That's what I'm gonna say every single day. So you might want to leave me, because when I'm just acting like a bee every single day, you might want to leave me, because I'm gonna be nasty every day. So that's a deal breaker. What's another deal breaker, y'all?
You're messing up finances.
Huh?
Is messing up finances a deal breaker? One person is better with money, the other person is not as good with money, and you forgot to pay some bills, and now the credit score done dropped. Is that enough to make it leave?
No.
But that means you got to take over, because everybody has their strong points. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But what if they refuse to? They want to continue to be in charge of it, but they're not good at it.
That means you got to get another bank account.
That's a deal breaker.
Well, you know
that's
what?
when you move your money on out to somewhere else.
But you know what? I can teach you. I can teach you that, because I'm gonna see that, and I can teach you how to do the money better. First of all, I'm taking the money, but if you have to do it, I can teach you. To me, a deal breaker is you're gonna mess up, but you mess up in how you handle it after you mess up.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Major.
Nobody's perfect, because we mess up too. You know what I mean? We may have somebody might be on the podcast, our spouses might be on the podcast talk about us. You know what I mean?
Better or worse, right? Better or worse, but not lying and trickery and you gonna fool me and make me look like I don't see what's going on. No, baby, that's your lying eyes. No.
The gaslighting, that's the one. That's the one right
there.
Oh,
that's the one. And make you think like you did something. Oh, you crazy. You know what? I'm up out of here. I'm not even gonna tell you I'm up out of here. When you come, no, I'm not. I always say that. I'm not up out of here. You're up out of here. Because that's what's gonna happen. Because when you come home, you don't live here no more. You don't live here no more. And believe me, I was really tactful on how I got to that point. You know what I mean? Look, when you turn the knob and it don't work, don't sit and say you're gonna call. I already done called them people. The people you think you're gonna call, I already called them. So don't you worry about calling them. I took care of that.
I had a girlfriend that left her man and took even the salt shaker when she left. When he came home, the door said, "You had moved out everything."
I'm just saying, y'all. So, I'm just gonna give another scenario. Is it a deal breaker if your significant other family keeps interfering in your marriage?
well,
I'm gonna say no.
And your spouse does nothing about it. He's not joining it with them, but he's doing nothing about it.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
And that's a true to life one right there, for real.
That's the problem.
The not doing anything ain't the problem.
Not doing nothing while my mother-in-law come in there, while you come and start cooking on your stove.
Right. But what I'm saying is the not doing anything ain't the problem. It's the when I do something. Who you standing with? You don't have to do nothing. I get it. That's your mama.
You made me punch your mama. You see what I'm saying?
I get it. That's your mama. But if I stand up and do something about it, who you standing with? Which side?
That's where I'm gonna tell you. That's what's going. That's where the deal breaker at. You up there, you done took your mother-in-law and janked her by her collar, and then you know what? And your spouse say, "Why you do that, Chauncey?" What? Deal breaker or not? Is it a deal breaker?
No. Asking me why I did it ain't no deal breaker. But if you step in and then now you on her side because you gonna go and deal with her and then leave me here, that's the deal breaker.
Okay. I just want to put that out there. It's a lot of scenarios that could be deal breakers.
Yeah.
What about the spouse that messes with your sister or your cousin?
Oh, that ain't no. What the hell? That ain't no. But
We're
what?
not doing that. We're not even doing it. No.
You're not even doing that. That house be a smoldering.
It happened once. It happened once. It was an accident.
That ain't no damn accident.
No, that's not an
The
accident.
brother. That ain't no accident. You've been glancing to the side for a long time. What?
Yeah, who can make a difference? It ain't no oops though.
That ain't no oops.
And
That's
try something a little bit out of the ordinary. Oops.
What? Messing with my sister?
No, maybe he messed with another guy. Just you know.
Oh God,
Oh, hell no.
No. We're not doing that. No.
He
No.
said oops.
No, it's not a oops.
That's not
That's a lifestyle choice. No.
our ministry.
No. Next. That's a no.
Oh God.
And
Oh,
the surprising thing out of this, if I remember that post correctly, it was a dad to saying what he was going to say to his daughter, right?
right.
If his daughter had a man that had an infidelity moment and he was saying to her, I'm not going to tell you not to leave him, but is he a good man? Like, and I was so surprised to hear that, but then I wasn't surprised to hear that because usually when you talk to your daughter, you pull all the stops out. You know, as a man, you go, don't you take that? Don't you do that? And I was so surprised at him saying,
I was surprised too, because that would never been my father, ever.
Well, here's the thing. It depends on the dad. Because if you had a dad that did the same thing and him and your mom are still together, I could see that being the advice that he gives you. So it depends on the situation.
That's a good point, Chauncey. Yep.
So the thing is, they say we marry our fathers. And so, you know, from a psychological, standpoint, we marry our fathers. So, you know, similar behaviors, you know, a father can say to you and come from a different point of view and help you with that forgiveness to get past what has happened. Again, we're not talking about serial cheaters. We're talking about an oops. And so he's saying to you, is he a good provider? Does he take care of his family? Does he do this? Does he do that? It would have to give you pause. And if it didn't give you pause, then I would question your faithfulness to the marriage as well. Now that's just me. In your love for that person. Because the thing is, if you love that person the way you say that you love them, and then in your offense of how they're supposed to love you for the oops that they made, how can you let it go so easily?
Hey, that's why I never fell in love. You're right.
How can you let it go so easily? I'm just saying.
I got very, very hard deal breakers. Like I know there's some things that are immoral to me. It's a deal breaker, and that's why I know I'm not a person that fall in love with people. No. I love you, but I ain't in love with you like that.
I think that from the trials and tribulations, and this is my final thought. I think from the trials and tribulations of life, I think that I'm less tolerable now than I ever been. You know what I mean? So don't bring nothing that you want to remotely make me think it's a deal breaker. Let's just not do it. Okay. I'm just saying, just let's not do it. If you value living in this house, then you might want to do like I do. I do checks and double checks. So if you think that it may make me disturbed, then you are already right. You know, you see what I'm saying? If you got a question that is going to disturb me, you already right. Don't do it because you know it may not be favorable for you. It may not be the deal breaker, but you rolling the damn dice. So that one may got through, but the next one may catch ass. So I don't know. I'm just saying. So if you got to think like that, then let's not do it. And I feel the same way too. If I ever was presented with something that I had to question, would that make Keith upset? Then I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because I want to make sure that our relationship is safe, and we don't have to say that was a oops. You know what I mean? Because some oops, it may seem minute to somebody else. You know what I mean? How about you just loan my car to somebody? And I was like, is you crazy out your mind? You know what I mean? It may not be a big thing to somebody else, but maybe it'll tick me off. And I'm just like at the edge because other things have been messing with me with this relationship. Just say that. You see what I'm saying? And that was the thing that just disturbed me. I'm just saying that would not happen by the car. I don't give a crap. But I'm just saying little things could be your oops. You know what I mean? So if you think it's going to disturb and you already know, don't do it. That's my final thought. Celeste, what's your final thought?
My final thought is probably more so that, don't listen to our advice when it comes to what your oops is. Know what you can do, know what can happen in a relationship that doesn't cause you to lose yourself.
Mhm.
And make sure you're in a position where you can really react and not affect you. I'm gonna tell you this really quick story. An older lady told me you should not have ever left him. You should have positioned yourself for success, made him pay, blah, 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 blah. That was her take on it. You know what I'm saying? Like the insurance that Keisha mentioned. If there was factors in there that I could win from, she said I should have rolled with it. But know what your tolerance is, what you can tolerate. For me, I don't have it. I know I don't have it.
Mhm.
I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to never trust you. So know your limits. Don't lose yourself. And don't listen to anybody else.
Exactly.
Period.
Chauncey?
Me, y'all know my motto. What's my motto, y'all? At
Blood
this
in
point in
and
my
blood
life,
out.
blood in, blood out. So
Explain that. Like,
it's like the,
That is mafioso. Don't answer.
listen, it's like the mob up in this joint. I've been married before. I've gotten divorced, and I told my husband when we got married, I'm doing this now, but I'm not getting divorced again. Now you could take that in whatever way you want to mean it, but if you don't want to do this, then don't do it. Because once we do this, it's blood in, blood out.
oh, I'm gonna have to check my
Now you done
husband.
put it on the podcast, and if you do something, they're gonna come right for you, and we're gonna have to be the witness.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying.
You're in danger.
So, but my point is, I feel like anything is workable. Is workable. It's not permission to do what it is that you want. But if we work at it, put some effort into it, then we can get past whatever mistake I have made and whatever mistake you might have made.
Oh, that's nice.
And so that's how I had to go into it with that attitude, because when I got married the first time and I was a young woman, I give it 7 years, it may not work, whatever the case may be.
Oh,
And
Lord.
well, because you tell yourself it's going to be forever or whatever, but then you also have to be a realist at some point. And so then you look at the factors, right? There were other factors that were involved. And I stayed a long time because I'm the type of person, I'm going to ride this till the wheels fall off. And so, but you get to the point where you're like, yeah, no, I can't do it. But when I went into it with a different attitude this time, I said what my non-negotiables were. I made them very, very clear. And then I said, the rest of it has to be worked out. You mad? You better go over and sleep in that bad room that you be playing in, and then I'll sleep in the other one, but we'll figure it out. So
That's good.
That is. Keisha?
My final thought is, well, we all have the final choice on what we can tolerate and what we cannot. And so I think you need to count the cost before you make a decision. Weigh out your options, but if it's not good for you, then you got to let it go. That's it.
I agree. Excellent episode, guys. I love it. So, yeah. So, join me on the porch tonight.
It's your girl.
About this.
Huh? What you say?
You said who was on the porch?
Oh, I did. But Chauncey said something else.
What
No,
you
I
say?
said I was glad that we were able to, kind of make light and kind of laugh at it, because
most of the time you don't be laughing at these kind of things at all.
you don't. You really don't. But
I'm glad we did get a good laugh out of this one. But yeah, real good episode. Joining on the porch tonight is
It's your girl Celeste, and I'm still trying to find out what's blood in and blood out. But
oh God, that's funny.
she know what it means.
It's kind of self-explanatory, really. I'm trying to tell you, trying to think nice or less about it, but it is kind of self-explanatory. It don't give you a good warm feeling at all. Ooh. All right, so joining us tonight is who's
It's your,
joining us?
it's your girl Celeste.
Yeah, Chauncey.
I'm Keisha.
And I'm Kimmy. This was a great episode. So join us next Wednesday when we drop a new episode. We are the ladies of Let's Chit Chat. Says have a wonderful week on purpose. Take care.